Hey guys, Ghost to Daev'ja with another Destiny 2 video, checking out another weapon we happened to miss back in Forsaken. We don't really have any more new content for another month, so we're going to be going back to look at some of the weapons like this that we happen to miss. The Thin Line is an aggressive 110 RPM hand cannon, similar to Duke or Krimmels. I happen to get a fast draw hand cannon sight, which is my favorite of the sights, even if it doesn't have the best stats. I personally got absolutely shafted on the magazine, but I got the trait that I was looking for, that trait being Slide Shot. Sliding partially reloads this weapon's magazine and temporarily boosts range and stability, and paired with Rampage. For those of you who don't know, you must have been living under a rock, because any damage modifier whatsoever allows 110 RPM hand cannons to 2-tap, being Rampage, Kill Clip, Inertial Override, and Empowering Rifts. And what's beautiful about this weapon synergy that I've been looking for is Slide Shot reloads 2 bullets into the magazine, so you don't have to worry about reloading. You just slide. If you have Rampage already procced, you don't have to worry about reloading because you slide and you have enough bullets to pick up a kill. So let's go ahead and look at this weapon. So let's start off by talking about the stats of this weapon. If you were to just take the stats and compare them directly to a Krimmels dagger or a Duke Mark 44, you would immediately notice that this weapon's stats are just lower across the board. Whether they're a bit lower or a lot lower, mostly just a bit lower. They're all gently like 2 or 4 points off. Generally lower no matter what your roll is, just the stats a little bit lower overall. They are absolutely made up for in the perks this can roll. Trust me when I say that the lower stats do not matter as much, because having a lower range or stability doesn't matter, or reload speed matter when you have Slide Shot, because Slide Shot after sliding makes up for all 3 of those things and effectively gives it better stats, along with it being a perk specific to this hand cannon to roll. Along with, if you were to look at the Quick Draw variant, yes, you can roll Quick Draw Rampage, another amazing one. It completely makes up for the handling stat, because handling is literally just what Quick Draw does, and it makes up for it entirely. So what this weapon was immediately missing in the stat department is easily made up for in the trait department. Having 2 unique traits to this hand cannon, being Quick Draw and Slide Shot in conjunction with Rampage, makes it stand out from other 110 hand cannons. Other 110 hand cannons, I believe there's not a single one in year 2 that can roll Slide Shot or Quick Draw, at least not in conjunction with Rampage. We don't have that many, which makes up for my next point, which that this is the only energy 110 hand cannon in year 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I am pretty positive it is the only energy 110 hand cannon in year 2, which means that it has a lot going for it, being the Duke or Krimmels dagger of the energy slot, and meaning you can pair it with your Chaperone, your Dustrock Blues, your Parcel of Stardust, your Mountaintop, your Trackless Waste, whatever you wanted to run with it, right? The point is that being in the energy slot as a 110 as opposed to Duke and Krimmels being the kinetics means you have a lot of different options with loadouts that you wanted to run. As for the magazine, obviously I didn't get very lucky, but if you were going for a god roll of this weapon, you'd be looking for ricochet rounds in the magazine slot, or high caliber rounds. Either one of you gives you an increase to range. Ricochet allows you to ricochet your shots, and high cal adds a little bit of extra flinch to allow you to compete with people who might have a little bit better aim than you. So those are both much better options than what I got. My best option was a pendant mag for 2 more bullets, which, while it does come into play every now and then, there's just better options being ricochet or high cal rounds. For Masterworks, most people would say the obvious go-to would be range. Range is good, don't get me wrong, but with 110s, me and a lot of other people who I talk to who use 110s commonly have agreed that either handling or stability actually do make quite the difference on 110 hand cannons, because those are what just about every single 110 hand cannon is lacking in the stats department, and just a little bit of stability or a little bit of handling can go quite a long way. As for the sight you want, that's going to come down to individual preference. Some people say that the sight doesn't matter, some people say that the sight does. I personally am of the standing that sights matter a little bit. I can use all the sights just about the same. They don't change the dot in the center, they just change the stats on the weapon, and the things on the side, for this case, it's pretty much parentheses. And I will say that I have found the most success, and I have found that I enjoy hand cannons the most when they have the fast draw hand cannon sight, because it's similar to what Luna's has, it's similar to what a lot of year 1 hand cannons had, and it's just the one that I feel the most comfortable with. So you are probably thinking, okay, look, you have some points, but if this thing is actually that good, then why have I not been seeing people using this gun at all recently, huh? Like, why have people not been using this thing? And the answer is quite easy, actually. It's because it's not an easy weapon to obtain. It's one of the scavenger weapons, like the Ether Doctor that I did a review on, or like the Dust Rock that everyone has used and talked about and seen. you have to farm it in lost sectors, or you have to get lucky with a spider bounty or whatever. It doesn't have a lot of drop pools, it's not common, and it's got a lot of items. It's got a lot of different traits it can have, so getting the god roll is quite hard. Farming for them is a little bit annoying. However, the way that I ended up doing this, granted it still took me a month or two on and off hunting for it, it drops from the Widow's Walk in the EDZ. It's right up near Trostland. It's the one top left of the map in Trostland. It is that lost sector. Running it's pretty easy. Drop rates obviously not being the greatest, and it having a large drop pool of perks it can get. It was annoying to farm, and it took me quite a long time to actually get lucky with the roll that I was looking for. And even then, I wouldn't say that this is the god roll. I would just say that this is the best roll I've gotten. And I have to say, as you can see by the footage, I was quite happy with it. It feels strong. It feels like an incredibly well-rounded weapon for a 110. I've been using a lot of 110s recently. I stream over on Twitch. I've been streaming the Iron Burden challenges, and I've been using my Criminal's dagger with kill clip for the longest time, and switching from Criminals to this, it was quite nice, honestly. Slide shot makes quite the difference in range, in stability, in reload, not having to reload. Obviously, the difference between Rampage and kill clip on these weapons is both of them allow you to 2-tap, but with Rampage you don't have to worry about reloading, and especially if you're just sliding around a corner for another 2-tap, which we do quite a few times in this footage here. I don't have to worry about reloading to get my 2-taps procced. I simply just go for it, and having a Rampage spec means that I have it lasting just as long as kill clip, so the 2-taps are there for just the same amount of time, and that is awesome. But this weapon does have a lot of synergies that go with it. Incredible synergies, might I add. Obviously, for this footage, I was wearing Ursa Furiosas. That's just what my Titan likes to wear. But my second go-to is Antaeus Wards, which Antaeus Wards give you a shield while sliding, which works perfectly in synergy with Slide Shot. So Antaeus Wards with this roll of this weapon would be absolutely incredible. And you can even stack on top of that Inertia Override in the middle tree, Striker tree on Titans. So when you slide over ammo, you immediately have 2-taps. Don't even need to get a kill to start it off. You're simply just sliding over ammo. You're getting 2 bullets back, so you have enough for the 2-tap, and you have a shield in front of you while you're sliding. Like this weapon, just sliding in general, sliding is such a nice thing in this game, and the fact that there's so many things that Titans can do to synergize with it. Or if you're rocking a quick draw one, you can throw down a Empowering Rift to give yourself 2-taps while you quick draw out to it, right? There's just options with this gun. I feel like this is an incredibly solid gun, and just ignore the potato aim with the shotgun there. Look, ignore the clown honk. I'm just saying that this gun, I've been hunting it, and I am so pleased with it. I'm going to be using it all the time on my Titan here when I'm not using criminals, when I want to rock out mountaintop, or when I want to switch it up for something else on my kinetic slot. It's just a really solid gun, and I am overall incredibly happy with it. I hope you guys enjoy the gun. I hope you go to Widow's Walk and farm yourself one of your own, especially since, not to name names, but there are 2 energy hand cannons getting nerfed soon, and if you're looking for something to replace it, while this isn't the incredibly fast full-on time to kill, it does have that 2-tap potential. Anyways, if you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, do whatever you want. I hope you enjoyed. If you made it this far, congratulations. Feel free to join my Discord, but that is going to be all, and I am out.